I survived my first week and thrived. I couldn't believe my luck as I stepped into the bright, airy office on a crisp Monday morning in May 2025, my heart racing with a mix of excitement and nerves. I was 25 years old, a freshly hired junior copywriter at a boutique advertising agency in San Francisco, and this was my first real job out of college. The office was a creative haven, exposed brick walls, vibrant artwork, and a communal kitchen stocked with artisanal snacks. My new desk, adorned with a shiny nameplate and a welcome kit, felt like a throne. I'd spent months applying to jobs, enduring rejection after rejection, so landing this role felt like a dream come true. I was ready to dive into the world of advertising, eager to prove myself and make a mark. Little did I know my first week would test my resilience in ways I hadn't expected, but I'd come out stronger than ever. The agency was small with a tight-knit team of 12, each member a specialist in their craft. There was Clara, the creative director, a warm woman in her 40s with a knack for storytelling. Leo, the senior copywriter, a witty guy who'd already taken me under his wing. And Maya, the graphic designer whose desk overflowed with sketches and colored pencils. My first day started with a team meeting in the sunny conference room, where Clara introduced me with a smile. "Everyone, meet our new junior copywriter," she said, gesturing to me. I waved, my cheeks flushing, and shared a bit about myself, my love for writing, my degree in English, and my dream of crafting campaigns that resonated with people. The team clapped, their enthusiasm infectious, and I felt a surge of confidence. This was going to be amazing. My first task was a dream assignment, writing copy for a local coffee shop's social media campaign. Clara handed me the brief, a single sheet outlining the brand's vibe. Cozy, community-driven, with a touch of humor. "Let's see what you've got," she said, her tone encouraging. I spent the morning brainstorming, sipping matcha from the kitchen, and jotting down ideas in my notebook. By noon, I had a handful of taglines. Brewing connections, one cup at a time, and your daily grind, our daily joy. And a few Instagram captions. I sent them to Leo for feedback, my fingers crossed. He replied within an hour. "Solid start. Let's tweak the tone a bit. Make it punchier." His suggestions were spot on, and I spent the afternoon revising, my confidence growing with each edit. By the end of the day, Clara approved my final draft, calling it fresh and engaging. I left the office that evening, the Golden Gate Bridge glowing in the distance, feeling like I'd hit the ground running. The rest of the week wasn't as smooth. On Tuesday, I was assigned to a bigger project, a print ad campaign for a sustainable fashion brand. The deadline was tight, with the first draft due Friday, and I'd be collaborating with Maya and Leo. We brainstormed together Wednesday morning, tossing around ideas in the conference room, the smell of fresh coffee filling the air. I suggested a tagline, "Wear the future, sustainably." And Maya sketched a concept with earthy tones and minimalist designs. Leo loved the direction, but as we dug deeper, the pressure mounted. I had to write a series of ad copies for different demographics, and I quickly realized I'd underestimated the workload. By Thursday afternoon, I'd only finished 2 out of 5 pieces, my brain foggy from overthinking every word. I stayed late, the office quiet except for the hum of the air conditioning, my desk lamp casting a soft glow over my notebook. I felt the weight of imposter syndrome creeping in. Maybe I wasn't cut out for this after all. Friday morning brought a new challenge. I arrived at the office to find an email from Clara. The client had moved the deadline up to noon that day, leaving me just 3 hours to finish the remaining copies. Panic surged through me, my hands trembling as I opened my laptop. I hadn't even started the ad for the Gen Z audience, and the client was known for being picky. I rushed to Leo, my voice shaky. "I don't think I can do this," I admitted. He looked up from his desk, his expression calm. "You can," he said. "Let's break it down together." We sat at the communal table, Leo guiding me through the process, focusing on the brand's playful tone, using slang that resonated with younger audiences. Think bold, think meme-worthy, he advised. With his help, I wrote a snappy ad. Green vibes only, sustainable sleighs for Gen Z, and polished the others. Maya added her visuals, and we submitted the campaign to Clara at 11:55 a.m., just under the wire. I held my breath as she reviewed it. Clara called us into her office at 12:30. I braced myself, expecting criticism, but she smiled. "This is excellent," she said, pointing to the Gen Z ad. "It's exactly what the client wanted. Fresh, bold, and on brand. Great teamwork." Relief washed over me, my shoulders relaxing for the first time in days. The client approved the campaign that afternoon, and Clara treated the team to celebratory pastries from the kitchen. I left the office that evening, the San Francisco skyline, shimmering under a pink sunset, feeling a sense of accomplishment I hadn't anticipated. My first week had been a whirlwind, full of highs, a few lows, and a lot of growth. But I'd survived, and more than that, I'd thrived. That week set the tone for my time at the agency. I learned to manage tight deadlines, leaned on my team for support, and gained confidence in my creative voice. 6 months later, I led my first solo campaign, a billboard ad for a tech startup, which won a local advertising award. My apartment, now filled with plants and framed copies of my work, became a reflection of my growth. I even started a blog on the side, sharing tips for new copywriters, which grew into a small community of its own. That first week had been a baptism by fire, but it showed me what I was capable of, and I'd never felt more alive. Looking back, that first week taught me the power of perseverance and collaboration. When someone starts a new job, they should embrace the learning curve, ask for help when needed, and trust in their ability to adapt. She thrived by leaning on her team, pushing through self-doubt and delivering under pressure. If you're navigating your first week at a new job, don't fear the challenges. Seek support, stay open to feedback, and believe in your potential. You might just surprise yourself with how far you can go.